it with music, beautiful music. Hello, I'm Fred Miller, and this is yet another lecture in song. A little background on me. I was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I had the good fortune of having a wonderful classical piano teacher. I was very devoted to all that, the music as well as the biography and the history around it. And then things changed a bit. Right on my 13th birthday, the Beatles arrived, so my musical loyalties were somewhat divided between classical music and the golden age of rock. And that went on through my teens till the summer after I graduated from high school, at which time I hitchhiked with a friend from New Mexico to the Woodstock Festival, and I can prove I was there. I'm in the poster. But that was the end of my interest in rock. I went to college very briefly, got a VW bug, traveled all over the country, and then settled in Greenwich Village. And at some point, somebody gave me an album of Ella Fitzgerald singing Cole Porter, and here I am. The golden age of American popular song. Gershwin, Porter, Kern, Rogers, Berlin, Fred Astaire, Judy Garland, Ethel Merman, Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby. I was determined that was going to be my musical life, and I came up with the idea of a lecture in song. Each one would be a profile of a great personality or some aspect of American popular song. I started with 6 programs, and to date now I have 75 different lectures in song, each one described in detail at fredmillermusic.com. The program at hand here I call The Other Jewish Songwriters, meaning not George and Ira Gershwin, not Jerome Kern, not Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein and Lorenz Hart, not Harold Arlen or Irving Berlin, Dorothy Fields, Frank Lesser, Sammy Kahn, Julie Stein. All of them have their own full programs. The people I'm really profiling here were not quite so prolific, but very accomplished indeed. There's a story, about Jerome Kern. He wanted to adapt a book called Messer Marco Polo by Don Byrne. And somebody asked him, now you're doing a musical about a book that by an Irishman about an Italian, that's Marco Polo, who goes to China. So what kind of music is it going to be? And Kern answered, it's going to be good Jewish music. And that's what you're going to hear, good Jewish music here. Starting with Arthur Schwartz and Howard Dietz. Don't you be a good-for-nothing, hang around in corners, never amount to nothing. Can't you see you never will be getting anywhere? If you want to get employment, tidy up your faces and amount to something. Those big men who got up there all declare when there's a shine on your shoes, there's a melody in your heart, just a singable happy feeling, a wonderful way to start to face the world every day with a diddly-die-die-die, little melody that is making the worrying world go by when you walk down the street with a happy-go-lucky beat. You'll find a lot of what I'm repeating. When there's a shine on your shoes, there's a melody in your heart. What a wonderful way to start the day. There's the shine that you get in the barber shop, where the barber's going ziggy, ziggy, ziggy with a strop. The shine that you get in the Pullman car, where the train's going chuggy, 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 going far away. There's the shine that you get on the ferry boat, where the water's going wishy-washy, 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 woo. But it doesn't matter where you get it, it'll do a lot of good if you let it. A little bit of polish will abolish what's bothering you. When there's a shine on your shoes, there's the melody in your heart. What a wonderful way to start the day. Arthur Schwartz, born in 1900 in New York City, I think Brooklyn specifically. I came from a very respectable middle-class family, and the idea of music was really not a career choice. So he went to Columbia ultimately, got a law degree, was practicing law in the 1920s, but really, I think, wanted to be in the music business. And finally, he got his wish. He met a fellow named Howard Dietz. Dietz, at that time, a very accomplished lyricist, was working for a fledgling organization called Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, MGM. And he was working in the PR department. He invented Leo the Lion. Well, Schwartz and Dietz really became a quantity, a well-known quantity on the Broadway scene, contributing all these